Today, I will be mostly making wood gas stoves. For those of you that don't know what a wood gas stove is, it's basically a stick stroke pellets burning stove that has got a twin walled structure which allows air in, up the sides, which gets heated, injected back into the flame when it's mixed with the wood gas or smoke, and it produces a clean, efficient, smokeless burn. So if you don't want soot on your pots, watch the vid, learn how to make one, knock it up. It's free! See you in a bit. So the materials needed to make this rocket stove are 2 tins, one with a bigger circumference than the other. For this I've used a golden syrup tin, which by the way is quite sick. If you look, there's a dead lion on it covered in bees. That's a different story completely. A potato tin from wherever I got that from, Tesco. This has to be able to fit inside this. I've got the bigger tin than your normal baked bean tin, but it should hold more fuel. I'll show you that in a minute. Swiss Army knife, sharp stabby thing, 12mm drill bit, 6mm drill bit, and some of this gasket sealant, which is about £1.50 from Amazon. You don't need this, but it just makes it a better seal. To start off with, what we're going to do is get our stabby thing and make at least 8 indentations around the outside of this tin and 16 around the top of this tin. I'll make a start on this, then I will get my beautiful assistant Ethan, say hello Eth.
Hi!
To start marking out this tin for me. So to make sure that you get the right height, what you need is an air gap at the bottom, and the holes, the feeding port holes, will be coming in around about here. So we're going to make a mark there, and Ethan is going to do 16 evenly spaced holes right around the outside of the tin for me to drill at a later date. So Ethan, if you could sit over there, son,
Okay.
and see this line here.
Yeah.
Give us that.
Okay.
What I need you to do is one, go right the way around that line with that pen.
Okay.
And you know, like we do with the penny stoves, where you mark a line,
Yeah.
and then dead opposite, you mark another line, and you keep going in half, in half, in half, in half,
Okay.
till you've got 16 holes.
Okay.
Okay. Very similarly here, as I say, I'm going to make the indentations with my bradawl, and then I'm going to go through later with a drill. Trying to do it a bit neater than I normally do it, because I normally just get very stabby with a knife, and they work brilliant, but I'm trying to do a bit of a neater job this time. So I'll carry on doing that, and I'll bring you back when we've done it. So around these puncture holes, I'm now going to drill with my large drill bit, 12 or 13mm, whatever it was, and around the smaller puncture holes, I'm going to drill my 6mm drill bit. I'm also going to drill a load of random holes in the bottom to let the air flow through. Absolutely no rhyme or reason to it, just random. I've also removed the bottom of this can, and I'm going to remove this little lip, enabling me to slide that inside. As I say, it will sit about this high, and then I'm going to put the gasket sealant around to make sure it doesn't move up and down. Everyone's a winner. I've just got to get rid of all these sharp birds and stuff because I don't want my little boy Ethan to cut himself, do I, boy?
Nope.
Right, now I need to get rid of this rim, and I found the perfect way to do this is with an old military style tin opener. So get that in the lip, put it at an angle, not sure if you can see that, and just work your way round like so. So as you can see, the rim is off. It doesn't need to be neat and tidy. I've just got to push the can down inside, keeping it central-ish. Now, so now, as you can see, sorry, I'm in the light, that's nice and even. The jets are on the inside, air holes, etc. Now all I'm going to do is cut a couple of feed ports into here and put some silicone around the outside just to seal it, not that it needs sealing as you can see, and we should be golden. Then we're going to take that up the woods and give it a little bit of a fire up, haven't we, son? Mm-hmm. What do you reckon?
Yep.
Wicked. So finally, I've cut the two feeding ports here to enable me to put some sticks in to feed it. Now, just going to whack a bit of silicone around the outside, which is going to get messy because I'm a real scruffy bugger. Now this is heat resistant silicone for gaskets, exhaust pipes, etc, etc. As I say, it only runs a couple of, it stinks, only runs a couple of quid from Amazon. So I'll let this all dry. I'll give it a clean burn off before I cook on it because no doubt it's going to stink. Get a bit more on there, I think. And I'll bring you back. So the silicone's all been put round to seal it. I'm now going to let that dry. Tidy up all the mess that I've made because my good lady will kill me. And yeah, disappear up the woods and go try her out. Why would they have a dead lion covered in bees? Mingers. Quite happy with that though. Let's see what it looks like working.